at Linda's Electric Quilters. I totally cut you off. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, you got it.
Okay, go team. No, I said before we start filming, this is going to be your show today. You go ahead. I'm just going to sit. Get me a chair, and I'm just going to sit here, kick my feet up.
Oh, yeah? Really? No. Can't be. It's a team effort here. Teamwork. There's no I in team. Check that out. Do you see an I? No.
It's right there in between it. Put it right there.
No, teamwork. Well, thanks everyone for watching and getting on with us. Yay, we're excited to have you.
Yes.
If you didn't get a chance the last couple weeks, go back and watch those videos on the red snappers. That was a really good video that Corey demonstrated how easy it is to put those on.
Yep.
And the one prior to that was on threads.
Yes.
So if you really want to learn a lot about threads, that's a really good one to watch as well. And we are so excited about next week. Why don't you tell them a little bit about next week?
Yes, so I don't know if y'all caught it from our previous videos, but next Thursday here at After Hours, we will be joined by Stephanie Hackney from Hobbs. She is the Director of Sales and Marketing for their craft products. She'll be joining us virtually. She'll be down in Waco, or in Austin, actually. She lives in Austin.
Yep.
Their headquarters are in Waco. And she will be talking to you about all of the Hobbs batting products and their uses, stitch length, shrinkage rate, all that stuff.
So
she knows all of the
Get
answers.
your notepad, your pen, write down the questions that you have, because at the end, she's going to answer your questions live.
Correct,
So
yeah.
you actually get to ask her questions, and then she's going to be able to answer those. So that's exciting, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of one-on-one with her.
Have you ever been in a lecture with Stephanie?
I haven't.
All right. So I sat through Stephanie's lecture in Houston, and I thought I knew stuff about batting until she sat down and said, no, you don't know stuff about batting.
She didn't really
Not
say
that she would say that. No, she's a great person. But she's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the batting side of things. And it's really, really cool to say, oh, I see now why I use that for that quilt.
Exactly.
Cool.
And I want to thank everybody that's sending ideas in for future shows. Keep them coming. We write them down. We do this every Thursday, so eventually we will hit your ideas, so we really appreciate that.
We have a little dry erase board in Diana's office. We're like, oh, we'll do that one there. We're going to move that there. We're going to do that there. A lot of cool ideas. A lot of cool guests that we will be having through the pipeline. So make sure that you keep watching and see who's going to be the following week or the week after, because we have some pretty cool ones scheduled for you already.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Look, throwing that out there already.
I might as well just give them a little sneak peek, a little preview. Now, give them a little trailer, then they want the whole movie, you know. Let's see how it is.
There you go. So today we are going to talk about figure 8. So we're back on the Design with Lines series for just today. We'll kind of put those in and out in between our special guests and some of our other things that we're doing.
But before we look at the book, always make sure that you subscribe to our channel right down there at the bottom right-hand corner.
Right there.
After you click on subscribe, make sure you click on the little bell that shows up so you can get notified whenever we post new videos or get notifications whenever we're about to go live.
And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. We love that. Perfect.
Cool.
Okay, so you know how I always like to ask a question, and then it's just really to get you guys to engage with each other too and get to know each other. Plus, I like to know. I'm like,
it's really interesting. It's cool to see y'all in the comments. We have a screen right here in front of the camera. It's cool to see you in the comments answering each other's questions, especially on the Red Snapper video.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, we were so busy filming it that we didn't have time to look, and y'all were helping each other out and talking and seeing where each other are. Because some people don't even know that another person watching the video with you might live next door.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just really good to have that interaction. I just love that interaction.
Yep.
And if you watch this after we are not live anymore, you actually can look at the live chat and see what everybody's talked about, what you missed. So,
for sure.
Okay, so what's the question today, Corey?
It's my turn to ask the question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what? Oh, okay. So.
So I like write it down.
It's been a long day. It's been a really long day.
Oh.
Okay, so professionalism. We are professionals here.
Talking about a long day.
Yeah.
It really has been a long day.
Well, this is what After Hours is. Anyway, question time. Okay, go team. Squirrel. Anyway, we want to know who or how many of you, or if you have purchased some of the Designs with Lines books and stencils, and how they have helped you on your quilts, your projects, your own personal stuff, kind of inspire your creativity and kind of jumpstart working, with those designs and that Designs with Lines.
And if you have like a favorite video, a favorite one that we did that you really learned a lot, you're like, wow, that straight line one really helped my quilting take it to a next level. Or, just kind of give us some feedback on which one you like the most and if it has helped you.
Yeah. We love seeing how you can unleash your creativity with Designs with Lines.
Exactly.
See how I came up with that right on the fly?
I did.
You like that tagline? Trademark, copyrighted, patent.
Oh, done.
You can't patent a trade line, but I just did it, so bam.
All right, so I think what we should do is just jump right into it, right?
Okay, cool. Who is up first while they are answering our question?
I think I will go first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me bring the camera over here. Do you want to?
Let me give them an idea of what we're quilting first.
Okay, all right, maybe show them the book and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, there's a book back there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so back here on the frame, we have got a couple of different sashings stitched out. We have a block to the left and then a sashing on a 45 to the right-hand side that we'll be getting to. This is the figure 8 book. This is what it looks like. And in this book, there is a good amount of ideas to kind of take you through what you could use the figure 8 stencil for, along with the book itself. It's always great to have a chalk pencil on hand so you know, kind of marking these out, what you're going to get into. There's some really cool ideas in here. We're going to hit on just a few of them today, and then hopefully you can do the same thing at home in your studio. Lady Di, you ready?
Yeah, I was just trying to get a little bit closer up for him. I think I got it, though.
Okay, go team.
Okay. All right, so I am going to work on a sash first. And I want to show you a picture of it really quick. Really simple one, because it had the instructions on top. Because without that, I'd been like, oh, how do I do that? So I love having the instructions. And again, these practice pieces in the back of the book really make it helpful too. So you can just practice. So I'm going to come over here and get around this camera here. And let's see. I actually need to move the camera just a little bit. Sorry. Oh. Why are you looking at me?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get around it. I'm not as tall as you. You're super tall. That works. What?
Looks great. Go ahead.
Okay. Not really. What did you do? It's so
I didn't do anything.
It's different than it was.
No, it wasn't. It's the exact same thing. Why don't you go back to the... Let's go back to the machine real quick, and I'll adjust the camera real quick.
All right, I'm going to go back and show kind of that. I think the camera was too high for me. I couldn't even get my hands around it. But I'll show you kind of more of a close-up since I didn't get to show you a close-up. So I'm going to start here, and I'm actually going to go like this, and then come back around and go like that, and then I'm going to bring it in. Just like that. So you'll get to see me draw that out. You ready, Corey?
Almost.
All righty, I'm going to come back up here.
Almost, real quick. Almost done.
All right. Sorry it's taking so long. I didn't take care of that. And then Corey's actually going to show you this one next. So I'll show you this one. Because after I'm done, he's going to show you this one. So again, the directions are there, and they'll show you over here kind of like where to start, and he'll show you how to do that one. And if you have this book, then it is on page 13, the one I'm working on, and his is actually on the page right before page 12. So again, here's the one I am about to draw out.
All right, I think I'm ready for you.
All righty. Oh, that is so much better. Look at you.
Sorry, it took me a second.
Okay, I'm doing this one, so I'm going to move this one.
Oh, okay. Whoa. There you go.
Oh, so now we don't even have to go behind it. Why didn't I think of this a long time ago?
I don't know.
All right,
Just came
here
up
we
with
go.
it on the fly.
All right, so I'm going to take it in here. And see how I'm going under, then back over, under, and back over. Now I'm going to use the pounce and pounce this out so I have a guideline to go on. But this is how I imagine the pounce here. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to make my design. And I'm going back like that. I'm going to stop, think about it again for a second. Go back that way. That way.
Oh, pretty. Looks like little waves.
Yeah. And you can do other stuff to it too. I got a little bird there. I love the fact that you can just erase this right off. And just as simple as that. So you could do it that way, you could bring it in, you know, just all kinds of things you could do with it.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to go stitch it out real quick.
Okay, I'm excited. Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Okay. So I got my machine over here, and I'm going to pounce it out first. And I'm grabbing my pounce powder. And then I'm going to make sure that I have the label side down. Remember, always label side down. And then I'm going to, and you could actually, if you wanted to, ooh, that's a big pounce. Pounce these out before you load it. We just already have this stuff loaded, and so then we just pounce on there. And sometimes that might make it a little bit easier because it's on a flatter surface for you when you're pouncing. But there you go. I've seen that on some of the videos that Pam has done in the past for us, so she'll pounce it before she loads it.
That's a good idea,
definitely
actually.
do that. Okay, so now I'm going to start right over here. I'm in stitch regulated mode. I'm going to be going about 12 stitches an inch. And hopefully you guys can see that okay. Again, I'm going up and down and just using this more as a guide. Up and down. And I'm actually going to hit stop and then cut those extra threads off. So you could do that anytime, before or after. I mean, you technically could probably sew over it, but I'm just going to get those out of the way. Finish it off. And then I'm going to go in and do my little design. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to take it back down to the corner. Kind of go up, take it back down, go up, take it back down, and then one more, go up, and then take it back down. Now again, that's just a really, really simple one that you can do. Just to kind of get I'll get a little closer view. Simple, you throw something else in there. You could put little loop-de-doos, feathers, you could go around it on the side, but this is kind of like a really simple, fast sash. Corey, you ready?
I am. I like what you did. That looks good.
All right, it's your turn.
Alrighty, go team. Okay, so back up here at the drawing board, I have gotten, I'm on page 20, goodness gracious, can't read upside down, on page 12. And I'm going to be working on this one right here, this little chain link with this little extra little diamond piece that comes in here in the center. And this one's actually really easy to stitch out continuously. Looking at these arrows, it might get a little, what's the word? A little confusing, but it's really easy to take you through and show you how to do this one. So let's take a look and see what we can do with this. So nice long sashing per se. If you want to put this in a border, you could. Nice little tiny sashing, just trying to fill up maybe that 2-inch sashing. You could do it with something like this. So I'm going to start on the left-hand side, and I'm going to come down. Now we have these marked out with chalk. I'm going to come down a couple of ticks, maybe 2, and I'm going to coin that as my starting point. Okay. And what we're doing with this one is you're starting to put in your own inner arc here. And your bottom of your diamond, let's say they'll go to all of these points, and you can mark these out with your chalk pencil, or you'll see when I get back to the quilt, I'm going to use a straight line stencil to mark through those so I have an actual point to stop at. But I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to kind of make my own arc up, and I'm going to go back out of this arc about those 2 points down, just like we did this, so it's nice and symmetrical. So come down and hit this point that we've drawn, and I'm just going to keep doing that. So point, point. It's more fun when you make little sound effects with it. Point, and then you come right here, and then we're still going to exit right there at those the 2 marks. So I'll come down and hit right there, and I'm going to come up my chalked line, so come up a little bit. And now on this one coming back, I'm going to follow on my dotted line. So I'm just going to go this way. And this one's just going to do basically a little figure 8 motion all the way back till we get past our starting point. Okay. And we're going to go back up that chalk line and go back around that other chalk line, just like so. Boom. Okay, So here we're still at those 2 marks, and now we're going to do the arc in this whole method on the opposite side. So we're coming in and going out up to the point, down, up to the point, down, up to the point, down, up.
Oh, that was good putting those points there ahead of time.
And down.
Awesome.
Just like that. Makes it super easy.
I like that one because it gives a little bit more of the geometric, kind of modern twist to kind of putting a nice little sash in there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see what you got.
So, oh, wow, this is going to be great. Thank you. All right, so back here at the machine, I can grab my stencils. Now, there are 4 different sizes to these stencils. You can get 2 of them come on one, other 2 come on another. So I'm going to be using the smaller one. And actually for this one I can use this medium one just like she did. Okay, let's do that. So I'll grab my piece here, chalk this out and see, I think I can fit 2 of those in there. Yep, okay. So I'll start here, kind of center that out mostly, best I can. Move this machine so it's nice and flat. Center that out as best I can. Grab my chalk, hold this stencil. Remember, just a light brush is all you need. Just like that, just something to give you the overall view. Same thing here. Light brush, overall view. That's perfect, that's all I need. Nothing more than that because I can see where I'm headed. I'm gonna grab my chalk pencil. And for this one, remember on the paper we talked about going down 2 ticks. I think I'm just gonna go in between 1 and 2 here. So right there, I'm gonna consider that my start point. And if I want to, I'm going to use my straight line stencil. So give myself a straight line to look through. And what I can do is I can just follow this straight line down and say I want to do that tick and then this one. I can just move it over, and I'm always going 2 down on this one.
That's a good idea how to... I love you because you really can multitask a lot of these stencils.
Oh yeah, of course.
So.
All right, so those give me just a little faint view of where I'm going to end my points at, which is all I need, just something small. All right, so starting over here, and we're going to start with those inner arcs first, or the inner arc, excuse me, first. We'll do a couple of tie-offs, and then I can start my stitching process. So we'll start with the first arc, my inner one, coming down to that point, 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 and coming down here, and then I'll make my way up a little bit, and this is where I'm following directly on the chalk line coming back. Ooh, that one was a little wavy. Uh-oh. That's all right. Coming back on that chalk line again. Go a little slower this time, a little bit more controlled. And then what we're going to do here is then arc up.
Voila.
Just like that.
You made that look so easy.
Well,
I think it's just knowing which direction to go.
yeah, trying to, understanding how you can make it happen so fast, excuse me, will really help you. And that was a really quick, easy sashing to throw in. Both of ours were.
Yeah.
To place in our options there.
Okay. So I took on a little bit more of a challenge on this next one, so no laughing aloud. Well, actually, you can laugh at home if you want, because I won't know. But I'm actually going to do more of like a, I think we did a 5-inch border over there. And let me flip that over.
Oh, yeah, about a 5-inch.
And I'm going to use the figure 8 to do a feather this way and then pop off a feather there, just to kind of do that. And I thought that would be a little challenge for me, so we will give that a shot. Okay. And boy, just as well as I'm doing it, I forgot how I practiced it.
Oh no, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. It's all good, all
right.
good, all good in the hood.
So I'm going up this way.
So this has no stem yet. You're using your chalk line, and you're going to be doing your feathers on this side, starting. There you go. Just like that.
It's funny how you remember it and you'd practiced it, and then all of a sudden you forget it.
It happens.
And then I did a line up.
That's good. That was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fine. Little bump there. It's fine. There you go.
Because I'm trying to make it where it's one continuous. The book doesn't have it one continuous, but we were trying to do one continuous.
So there's those going backwards. Once you get back to your, do one more. There you go. Once you get back to your point, then you're going to start those feathers back up again. There you go. Just like that. Just like that, just like that, until you get there, and then take your stem all the way back. Now do your feather, there you go. Before you finish that one, you'll break off and go that direction. There, yep.
They're upside down ones.
There you go, you got it though. Once you get that first motion, you just work off that one, and then go the opposite way on the other side. No, no stem. That's okay. You can do a double stitch stem. It really makes it pop. It's all right. And you'll go back through because you have to get back to this point to do these feathers here.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
So it's all about the direction, and sometimes you can get. I think I'm gonna have to mark it over there, like 1, 2, or something like that.
Yeah.
So
that's
make
your
sure I
stopping
do.
point.
That
so
way
you'll start there and end there.
Okay. So let me go over there, and we'll give that a shot and try that.
Okay. Let's do it.
Alrighty, so we're on my square right here, and I'm going to use the larger one right here. So I'm going to flip that over. I'm going to pounce that out. See if I can do it light like Corey did. I tend to have a heavy hand sometimes on this stuff.
It's all right. It's all
I
good.
got it.
There you go.
And then, okay. So I'm going to use my chalk pencil this time because I actually want to make my little marks to remind me which way to go. And while I'm doing that, we're going to go back and find the page. It's always nice to have the book in front of you to kind of give you a little bit of a reminder of what you're doing. So I'm going to start right here. Just want to make myself a little mark to go that way first. And then to catch on to this way only up to about here. And then catch back that way. Stem it back. And then go backwards this way. Come up. Okay, I think I got it. We'll see.
You got it.
It's always different when it's over here on the machine than when it's on paper. I think I need to practice more and more. Okay, move this out of the way. I know you guys are sitting there laughing at me, but that's okay because I'm going to laugh at myself when this is all said and done. And I'm going just up the figure 8 right now. Small one, then I'm going to go this way because I'm trying to keep a continuous look. I'm going to go down and then back around this way. And up all the way to the top of the figure 8 on this one. And I'm going to come back down. And I could have done a stem there. And then I'm going to go ahead and go up this way. Oops. I kind of messed this one up, Corey, big time.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
Oh my goodness. Well, we will pick it out after the fact. We'll just say that I saw Rita on there. This was a design choice, Rita. I forgot that the stem was right there, and I didn't even take it.
It's all right. It's all right. It's okay.
I don't know.
Looks good to me.
Again,
It is a design
I just wanted to
choice.
give them something to laugh about today.
Oh, you definitely
I
did
think I
that.
succeeded. So that's all right. Corey's going to come back and show you a really pretty one.
Oh, yeah.
The whole idea is I didn't give up.
Exactly right.
And I just made it a different little funky design choice. And I'll go up here and add a little bit of, oh, I really messed it up that time now. I had to make it funky on both sides.
That's fine.
And I'm going to do a little circle in the middle. That way.
You got this.
All right, so let's not look too close. Let's go ahead and move up to Corey.
Oh, like that.
Well, if you mess up, make it something else.
I like that. I think it's cute. I think you did a great job. I think you're being too hard on yourself.
All right.
Alrighty. Okay, let's see. What's next? I'm going to be looking at page 20, and I'm going to do this in a block. However, I'm going to switch up the way it was originally drawn, so I can give you a little bit of a different idea of how you can make it into a little bit of a different block. So this is page 20. So this is just using your regular figure 8 to put these together. But I am actually going to be putting this figure 8 on a 45, and then I'm going to chalk another one on the other 45, so on the negative 45 basically. And that's going to give you kind of that X or that block feel. And I want to reverse these feathers so they end up touching each other on the 45 sides. And you'll see what I mean. It's kind of hard to explain just on one of these. So let's take a look at how we would at least do one. But remember, we're reversing those feathers. So you can pick whatever way you want. Let's say this one's going this way. So in essence, this one has to put the feathers basically on the opposite side. So we have to be doing more of the work on this side. So I can give myself little arrows so I know. So the feathers have to go this way on this one, and the feathers have to go this way on this one. Like I said, a little bit of a different way of how the book's doing it, but I kind of want to show you how you can make it into a block as well. So we'll start here. We'll start on this side. So we'll go into the center, and I'm going to make a little bit of my peacock feather right there, a little teardrop even to give it a little bit of movement there. And then I'm going to come out this way, staying kind of that arc inside, just like that. Give myself another one of those teardrop shapes, and then I can build my feather on that. 2, you can do 3. And that third one, you'll follow your chalk line back, point it, just like that. Now we're doing it the opposite side over here, but we're gonna have the feathers on this bottom part. So we're gonna come here, give ourselves that first initial teardrop. Remember, this is still one continuous stitch. And then we're gonna come inner arc here, give ourselves that first teardrop, and build our feathers. 2, 3, and third one will come back, point, and we'll stop there. Now at this point, that's kind of what it's looking like right here on the 45, and we're going to have another one right there on that section. So we're going to see if I can make what I thought in my head appear on the fabric. So let's go back to the quilt.
It's actually funny, like after I took off the pounce powder, I'm like, oh, you can't even tell I messed
It looks good. I don't know why you're beating yourself up. It looks good. Okay, I'm going to use a basic 8 to start out with because I want to find the center of things because I am OCD. In a good way. I think that's a good thing to be sometimes. So I'm going to take my basic 8, label down, and I'm going to find the center of this block with my basic 8. Finding those 4 corners, just like so. And I will grab my chalk pencil and mark the center, just like that. I will take my figure 8s, and I think I'm going to do too big. I'll do this one right here. In this piece. And I'd also want to, I should have done this as well, just kind of pencil out some of these. Just a quick X right here, these corners, because I want to be able to easily, that did a little bit of a shift, be able to mark up, like I told you, I'm crazy.
It might be easier just to pounce that though, huh?
I could, but then the pounce might get in my way.
Oh.
My idea. Yeah, that works. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to be able to give that a point to follow on here so I know that that's straight.
Yeah, to line that up. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's probably almost good almost on any kind of block or something you're doing to kind of find that center.
Oh yeah, using that that basic 8 is so universal. You
Yeah,
can use it for everything.
That's a good idea.
So nothing too crazy on that pounce. Good. Now we're turning it the opposite way.
Oh, look at you.
Finding those marks, make sure everything's marked up and lined up to the best of our ability. And lightly pounce. Not bad.
That'd be cute.
Okay. Well, it's cute. Gotta make sure it works. That's what's cute.
If it doesn't, just wipe the pounce powder off.
Yeah, just wipe the pounce powder off and it'll be. So I'm gonna leave this here. So I'm gonna do this one first. I'll have the arrows. So my feathers need to be on, I'll put feathers on this side, feathers on this side. They need to be moving in this direction. And then we'll do our opposite ones. But my big one is I want the feathers to go this way, feathers here, and then I want the feathers to go this way, feathers here. want them to kind of nudge up on each other. It'll make more sense when I have it done, trust me. Diana's kind of looking at me like, what?
No, I got it.
All right, so take our first stitch. This should all be done in one continuous fashion, so let's see if I can make that happen.
I have faith in you.
Well, thank you. All right, so I'll start with my little teardrop to the 45 that way. There, there, and then we're gonna come in that inner arc. You can use your hopping foot as your little distance marker if you want to. Teardrop, and then 1, 2, 3 on the way back. Point here, and let me trim my threads out of the way so I don't run over them again. And then for this one, we're going to be coming this way, using our hopping foot as that little marker, but let's give ourselves that teardrop first. A hopping foot on the inner piece there. Up, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3's coming back. Just right here, and then I'll go, let's go this way. Teardrop here, and then for this one we are going to have the feathers going more in this direction, so we need to go this way. So hopping foot right here, teardrop, and then 1, 2, 3 coming back, point right there, teardrop. And then for this one, we're gonna have our feathers going this way, so hopping foot distance in, teardrop, 1, 2, 3 going back. All done.
That is pretty. So you basically just took a design that was in the book and just made it your own. Doubled up the design for a blog.
Yeah.
But without that figure 8 stencil, I mean, that's really helped you.
Yeah, so that's a really cool, interesting block. Didn't make it as center as I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm fine. But I thought it's really cool, especially just kind of flipping the direction of those feathers so they meet up.
Yeah.
Gives it a lot of dimension. If you turned it this way, it would look like a butterfly.
Oh, you sure would. It's true. All you would have to do is put some antennas on.
All you do is come here, put little antennas, and call it a day.
Yeah. Huh. All right. In that spirit, let's call it a day.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I have a 45
Oh, you
sashing.
do?
I've got a 45-inch sashing to do, or 45-inch. No, not tonight. I've got a 45 sashing real quick.
All right, let me get your camera back up here.
Oh, did you take my camera away?
I thought you were done.
Oh, well, almost.
You're fine.
Almost done. I've got my 45
That
to
turned
do.
out really good. I like how you did that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so one coming back on that 45. Nothing too crazy. Just going to be a simple string of feathers. Just like so. Did you do this one?
I did something like that, yeah.
You did something like that?
Yep.
Okay, well, if you've done something like that, now we got to give them something else. Got to give them something different. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
That'd be a different
good.
look.
That's a different look.
Okay. So we are going to just do this one real quick on the 45 just to kind of show you that you can use it 45 degrees in a sashing. I'm going to mark this out with you real quick. Nothing too crazy. Tonight's just kind of showing you how to use different ideas with all sorts of different things. So let me mark out what I've got here. Thank you. And for this one, you're going to be, I'll work this on a larger scale. So this would be on a 45. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm using my chalk line on the inner part as my stopping point. So I'll go this way, just like this, and I'll round it out and come back. Round it out and go back, go back. See, now working sometimes backwards with feathers isn't everyone's favorite thing, like it's not mine. So I am going to go a little bit of an opposite way, and I might do a little bit of double stitching. That's okay. So this way, I get a nice smoother feel. And I'm using the inner point of that figure 8 as a stopping point. And I'll come back just like so, okay? and that helped me kind of fill in that extra piece. And I am going to work all around. And if I wanted to do a little bit of overstitching and come backwards, I could, because this one's double stitched. So let's back up here, and we'll do this side as well. And this kind of looks like some angel wings even. Could do that. And then for this one on the way back, I can do these feathers backwards, I hope. There we go. Yeah, just like that. So this one requires a little bit of overstitching to keep it the way, but if you're comfortable doing your feathers backwards on that first round, then you would not have to worry about all this overstitching. But having those 2 layers of overstitching right here will definitely give your stem a little bit more dimension. It'll kind of pop out a little bit, and we'll give it a little bit of a different look. So I'm going to do this on the 45 real quick. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to take my drawing with me.
You are set up back there.
Thank you.
Thanks to Summer, who keeps reminding me where I need to be.
Well, that's what Summer,
what she said.
Summer keeps us in line.
Summer, you keep us in line.
Summer keeps us in line. So I'm just going to do one of these real quick on the 45. You could center it up if you wanted to. Just throwing that there. If you want to put something real quick and easy in that piece to fill up the space, you can do that. So let's hold that nice and steady.
I thought something like that would be really pretty going up on the diagonal.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
The quilt we have over here on the wall. That would be kind of fun with.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to start over here because we talked about having a little bit of overstitching. And I'm going to just take this right to here. Try to keep those feathers falling into the stem. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and do that overstitching, taking it nice and slow. If it doesn't make it perfectly, that's okay. So here, point, you're overstitching backwards too. Kind of looks like a little bit of a ribbon in that inner piece if you don't hit it perfectly, which is fine. Okay, and then with this one, kind of stay within my sashing right there. Just like that.
That's so pretty.
So something kind of easy. And you see, doing that overstitching on both of those, even if you don't hit it perfectly, it looks like both of them have their own stem.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It kind of gives it a little bit of a different feel.
Oh, that's good. Love it.
Okay, that was quick. I had to give them one last thing. I don't like to leave things unquilted.
Alrighty, there we go.
All right.
Well, that was fun. I didn't, when we talked about doing the figure 8, I never really thought that. Well, I was thinking, what can you really put on a figure 8?
Right. I mean, you're thinking about it like, okay, I mean, I could do an 8.
Yeah.
I can do an 8. Or I can do an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We grabbed the book and we looked at it. We're like, oh, those are some good ideas. And then you came up with some even good.
Yeah, you have. I mean,
it's all about inspiration, right?
Yeah, you got so many different choices. Like even on the front of the cover, you'll see kind of what looks to be like a ribbon candy, maybe some piano keys even. You can use those ideas that you learned in the background and designs episode. You could put that in between those open sashing pieces.
Oh, that's true.
To give you plenty of quilting space and plenty of room. There's so many things with this whole set you can do.
Yeah, yeah. So just like we like to try to do, we want to make sure you have a coupon for the book.
Yep.
So you can go to our website. It should be in the description below, along with the coupon for the book that gives you 20% off of the book only. So it is not on the sets or the stencils, but on the book.
And that's all of the books, all of
Yes,
the
all
designs
of
with
the
lines,
design
not just
books.
the figure 8 books tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be all the ones that we have previously, and of course all the ones that we have coming in the future.
Exactly.
So all of those will be there. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday here at
Yes.
After Hours, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we have the Director of Sales and Marketing for Craft Products of Hobbs Bonded Fibers talking about batting with us.
That'll be fun. I'm excited about that one.
I'm excited about that. Talking more about the products, the education side of it is a really cool thing. The thread video went really, really well, so I can't wait to see what batting will do for us.
We always need more knowledge, right?
Always.
Always need more knowledge. Anyway, again, like you said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.